Hi, we are Team Green Hornet and we are here to present our solution for Schneider's Next Gen Go Green Challenge. Picture a small orange farm in Vidarbha, Maharashtra, once famous for its Nagpur oranges, now withering under erratic rains, farmers facing uneven monsoons and power cuts. Watch their orchid yields and debts rise. Orchid yields fall and debts rise. Kailash Nagre, 43, a recipient of Maharashtra's prestigious Adarsh Yuva Shetkari Puraskar in 2020, consumed poison and died in the Vidarbha region. He's not alone. Over 2,500 farmers in Maharashtra took their own lives in 2021, more than half from Vidarbha. Years of poor irrigation and fertilization practices have led to wasted water, depleted soils, and low yields, trapping families in a cycle of poverty. Agriculture guzzles over 80% of India's water, yet much is wasted through flood irrigation and guesswork. Fertilizer is often over applied in desperation for higher yields, driving up costs and polluting soils. The business problem is clear. Inefficient water and fertilizer management is undermining farm productivity and farmer livelihoods. In semi arid regions like Vidarbha, every drop of water and gram of nutrient counts, and the current approach is not delivering. This crisis demands innovation before the Orange City turns into a barren story of lost hope.
Our solution, meet Krishijal, our proposed solution to turn this story around. Krishijal is a solar-powered, AI-driven drip irrigation system that gives crops the right amount of water at the right time. It harnesses IoT sensors in the field, measuring soil moisture, temperature, and humidity, along with other data, and a cloud-connected AI brain to decide exactly when and how much water to deliver. Drip irrigation lines then trickle the water directly to the plant roots, avoiding waste because it's solar powered. Farmers are freed from unreliable grid power or diesel pumps. A big win in rural India's patchy electricity scene. The system even links to a mobile app, which is a vernacular app so farmers can monitor field conditions, get alerts, and remotely control valves and pumps. In essence, Krishijal automates and optimizes irrigation, ensuring every drop of water value. It's like giving the farmer an expert assistant who never sleeps, continuously sensing the land and adjusting irrigation flow on the fly. By doing so, we prevent overwatering, addressing the root cause of waste, low yields, and distress. Now, let's see how it works. We will briefly walk through how Krishi Jal functions on the ground. IoT sensors continuously send data on soil moisture and climate to certain central Arduino system controller. This controller is powered by solar panel and battery system, so it runs off-grid reliably. The controller is connected to solenoid valve and submersible pump. When AI trained on crop water needs and weather forecast detect that soil moisture is dropping below optimum level, our scheduled irrigation is due. It signals the pump and valves to open just for the required duration in each zone. Water flows from source through filter into the drip irrigation network, infiltrating the soil right at the root zone. Now let's take an example. Imagine this. It's a hot June afternoon in Vidarbha. A farmer checks his Krishi Jal mobile app. The system's soil moisture sensors report that the water level is adequate, no stress at the crop. At the same time, Krishjal's AI engine synced with the local weather forecast detects a 90% chance of rainfall tomorrow morning. Now, a conventional farmer might still irrigate just in case, wasting precious water and money. But Krishijal thinks differently. It tells farmer no irrigation scheduled for tomorrow, awaiting rainfall window between 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. If the rainfall as predicted, the field is naturally replenished, zero pumping needed. If the rainfall doesn't come within the time frame, Krishijal automatically activates the solar pump and drip irrigation system to irrigate just enough water to keep crops at optimum health. The outcome, no wasted irrigation, before rainfall, optimized scheduling that saves 20 to 25% water annually, lower energy use since the pump runs only when truly needed, and higher crop resilience. That means plant get the right amount of water. In short, Krishi Jal turns what was once a gamble between over irrigation and crop stress into a data driven decision, giving farmer peace of mind and healthier field. Next slide. We have here the estimated capacity of Krishi Jal given here and why we have chosen solar as a primary energy source. Next, we are discussing the sensor and hardware specification plus the process flow chart for controlling the pump. Next up, we have the future upgrade, which is our a fertigation unit, which is basically using using fertilizers to that is dissolved in water to irrigate and fertilize at the same time. A fertigation unit with nutrient tanks and dosing pump will mix precise fertilizer doses into irrigation as recommended by the AI. After each irrigation, the system logs on how much water was used and how crops respond via moisture readings, continuously learning and refining its schedule. The farmer simply sees the notification on the app. If something goes wrong, says a pump fails or sensor stops, the system alerts the farmers immediately, so downtime is minimized. In trials, in few research that we have found online, such smart systems achieved over 95% accuracy in gauging soil needs, meaning the AI's decision closely match what an expert would do. The beauty is that all happens in the background, making the irrigation almost hands-free to the farmer, yet far more effective from normal manual methods. We have the next slide, which discusses the carbon credit potential of issuance potential of this system, Krishijal system, and Krishijal complements Schneider's eco-friendly initiatives such as EcoCare, Green Premium, EcoStructure, etc. Next up.
Now, we will be coming on the market opportunities. The addressable market for an AI IoT fertigation solution is vast. In Vidarbha alone, there are over 500,000 hectares of farmland and 530,000 farming families. 79% of those are smallholders. Initially, we target these distressed small and medium farmers in drought-prone clusters. These are who stand to gain the most of the resources efficiency. Success here opens the door to rest of India, 120 plus million farmers, especially the 500 million smallholder farms across Asia and Africa, producing 80% of the food. The need for smart irrigation is global from India's sugarcane fields to Africa's millet farms. As water scarcity in India and other countries decreases, we foresee a phased market penetration starting the pilot projects in key Vidarbha's district, then expanding via government programs and farmers producers organization across Maharashtra and later scaling to other states and similar semi-arid regions abroad. Given increasing the climate pressure, the demand for solution that saves water and boosts yield is only going to grow. By aligning with national schemes like India's micro irrigation and solar pump subsidy program and global sustainability goal, we position Krishi Jal to capture a significant share of this emerging market. This isn't a niche CSR project. It's a multi-billion dollar opportunity to transform agricultural sustainability. Schneider can leverage its global reach to replicate the model in other countries facing water-stressed agriculture, becoming a leader in smart farming solutions as this market accelerates. Now we will come to the financial viability and impact of our solution. Our solution is isn't just high tech. It's financially sound and sustainable. By using water and fertilizer more efficiently, farmers saves more and boost yields, leading to better incomes. Field research supports this. AI-driven fertigation trials saw crop yields increase by about 12% of average while using 15% less fertilizers. In practice, this means a farmer growing corn could go from 8,000 kg per hectare to 9,000 kg per hectare. That is a very big number. Water saving are equally impressive. Studies on smart irrigation show water use can drop up by 10 to 40% with the sensor based controller. We conservatively target up to 25% of water saving for farmers adopting Krishi Jal, knowing that in many cases it could be more. Less water pumps also means energy saving, important when many farmers rely on diesel or expensive power grids. All these efficiencies translate to money. Our estimate shows typically smallholders can save 35 to 40,000 per year in combined diesel, electrical, and fertilizer cost, and the value of extra yield with government subsidies covering roughly half the upfront cost. The farmer's portion is paid back very quickly, often in 2 to 3 years or even sooner, just from those savings. This quick ROI eases the risk for farmers. For large farms or community installation, the return on investment is equally attractive given higher absolute savings and possibility of selling surplus produce or whatever services or water services. In short, Krishi Jal pays for itself while making farming more profitable, a sustainable business case, not charity.
Now we'll be discussing about the rollout strategy. To turn this vision into reality, we have mapped a clear rollout strategy. Phase 1 involves pilot and demonstration. We'll implement Krishijal in select pilot farms, 5 to 10 small farms and one community irrigation cluster in Vidarbha. These pilots, run in collaboration with local agri departments and NGOs, will serve as proof of concept, generating data and farmer testimonials. We'll train a group of local Krishijal champions, progressive farmers and rural youth to operate and maintain the system, ensuring knowledge transfer on the ground. Phase 2 involves partnerships and scale up. Using pilot results, we'll forge MOUs with the state government and financing partners like NABARD to subsidize and roll out 100 plus systems via farmers producer organizations. Schneider will supply the tech backbone while local partners handle training and outreach. We'll also engage input manufacturers and agri-tech startups to integrate their services. For example, linking fertilizer supply or crop insurance to the platform. Phase 3 involves expansion and policy integration. As results validate the concept. For example, target of achieving 40 to 60% of water saving, around 30% yield boost as stretch goals, we aim to include Krishijal in government schemes, making it easier for any farmer to adopt via subsidies or low interest loans. International development agencies like FAO, IAFAD will be approached to sponsor expansions into other regions facing drought. Throughout, our rollout emphasizes sustainability, training local operators and establishing maintenance funds so that the systems keep running year after year. The end game is a scalable model. What starts as a competition pilot in Nagpur's hinterland could evolve into a template for climate smart farming across India and the world. Now we'll be discussing about some of the key stakeholders and their roles. Implementing Krishi Jal requires a collaborative ecosystem. Our farmers are at the center. They adopt the technology and reap its benefit. More stable yields, lower input costs, and less labor, particularly relieving women from hours of manual watering. The government is a crucial enabler. provide subsidies. Example, India's PM Kusum for solar pumps, per drop more crop for micro irrigation, and policy support to scale this solution. Agri-tech farms and research institutions partner with us to refine AI models and localize the solution. For example, agriculture universities like PKV Akola can run field trials and train farmers. Schneider Electrics play the role of technology integrator and catalyst, supplying robust solar infrastructure, IoT devices, and the AI platform. Essentially, Schneider Electric provides the brains and wirings of Krishijar. For Schneider Electric, this isn't just CSR, it's a strategic opportunity. By leading this initiative, Schneider Electric positions itself as an innovative leader in sustainable agri-tech, opening a new market while furthering its green mission. The company can even earn more carbon credits by replacing diesel pumps with solar and cutting fertilizer related emissions. In short, farmers gain productivity and income, governments meet food security and water conservation goals, agri-tech startups get a platform, and Schneider Electric drives the solution. A win-win across stakeholders.
In closing, imagine the transformation. Vidarbha's orange orchards thriving again with lush green crops. Farmers no longer praying for rain because smart irrigation has made water reliable. Our AI-powered fertigation system would not only lift yields by double digits and cut resource waste, but also restore dignity and hope to farming communities. The environmental impact is profound. Every Krishijal unit can save thousands of cubic meters of water annually and prevent runoff, conserving local aquifers and ecosystems. Scale this up, and we are talking about a meaningful dent in agriculture's water footprint and greenhouse emissions, via reduced pump fuel and nitrous oxide from over fertilization. This is the kind of innovation that aligns perfectly with Schneider Electric's vision, using intelligent energy and automation solutions to drive sustainability. We call upon Schneider's executives and our esteemed judges to join us in this mission. By backing Krishijal, you're not only investing in a promising business venture, but also championing a solution that tackles water scarcity, food security, and climate resilience all at once. We have the technology, we have the plan. What we need now is your support to bring this to scale. Let's make Krishi Jal a flagship initiative that showcases how a bold idea is in a small Indian farming region can ripple outward to change agriculture globally. Together, we can turn the tide for farmers like our orange grower in Vidarbha, from crisis to sustainability, and now solidify Schneider Electric's role as an innovation leader, driving that change. Thank you.